gonna see if it changes with the scene change, just to make sure I'm actually like running it. I was having scuff issues. Some reason, oh there we go, we are live. Some reason YouTube or this platform was like, oh no, your stream's private. And I was like, how do I change that? No, it's changed now, it's changed. Anyway, hello. Okay, it's working. We got it. Oh, I should leave that on. No, vital step has been broken. It's fine. Little hello, nothing too complex today. Today we're just doing more RoadWarden, so this is number 3. Bit of a shorter, more stream today. I'm going to only do it for 2 hours because it's just been a busy week, so I don't feel like doing it for too long. Hopefully. Hopefully you guys understand and you don't mind. Anyway, let's get into it. You'll be chucked into the void for like 5 seconds. There we go. I've been flashbanged by like a little bit because there's pure darkness around me right now. I just flashbanged myself for you guys. What's this? The 10 cities have emperors. Villages have the wilderness. Okay. So we're going to load. Gonna load. This is our save, I believe. Oh no. Oh, phew. Oh, I thought all my data was I thought everything had been deleted. I was about to have a panic over it, but it's fine. It's all good. The autosave got me. I gotta remember to save next time. That was unimaginably stressful. Okay. I believe we've read all that, so you guys can have a recap. We've just arrived at Howler's Dell. Yep, Howler's Dell. We just arrived at Howler's Dell. We're talking to the mayor. She's a lovely lady, but I'm not trying to be too trustful of her because she does act a little bit weird. So does everybody in this town. So we're going to be a bit subtle. I won't mention this person's name because I already know where to go find them. They're up at the swamps near the White Marshes, so I'll go talk to those guys instead because I feel like they might know a bit more. Let's ask, have you heard about the necromancers? She taps her finger on the table. Yes, I have. You ask her more, she seems to regain her confidence. You mean the White Marshes? For sure. I don't know all that much about what's happening there. We avoid their lands, if we can, she frowns. I shouldn't gossip about it with strangers, though. We can talk on another occasion. Tell me about Howler's Dell. I'll just check the surrounding darkness. Tell me about Howler's Dell. It is what it seems like, the greatest village of the far north. She raises her hand and makes an inviting gesture. Though I hope to still improve this and that, she winks at you. But it is suddenly interrupted by the pains of a crying boy. He hurt his knee falling down as an amusing elder tries to calm him down. The master shrugs it off and then meets your eyes again. Life here is good. We have what we need and a lot of what we want, building on top of more than 12 generations of hard workers and bravery. She spends a good few minutes telling you about the morphals, wheat, rye, hemp, cheese, wool, proud of every glimpse of prosperity. Whenever she mentions artisans, shepherds, or farmers, she doesn't miss a chance to how significant she has improved their conditions. Okay. She also omits some topics you hear of: no tales, songs, or ancestors, rituals, or days of prayer. It's like listening to a tax collector. At the very end of her speech does she mention the wisdom of the elders, now kept in the teaching of the druids, who help her guide those who trust her. They heal our wounds and our gardens, she explains, then changes the topic to all fruits, trees, hares, and nuts in the woods. Once she's done, I just nod politely. Flashbang, eh? Hi Wade, welcome in. Yes, I'm sitting purely in a dark seclusion zone, so I've been flashbanged. You guys don't get to join me on that journey, unfortunately. And instead, I believe it must be bright for you out there, so instead get to enjoy the nice morning sun, which is good. Also, happy last day of February. Month. No, it's day. Oh my word. This is going to be very interesting of a stream. I'll only be here for a little bit because I don't want to stay up too much. I'm a bit like J-War, right? I'm busy. It's busy season right now. Everybody's waking up. So this stream will be a little bit shorter, unfortunately, and then next week's will be dependent on what happens next week. I can't tell you. I'm not a fortune teller. I cannot predict the future. So I will see and wait. But how are you going, Wade? How's your weekend been? Or you're starting your weekend? How's that looking? Okay. Continue reading this. I wander back to Halavan. Did you spend any time in the Black Wood Corner? It used to be this dark, dirty alley with muggers working even in daylight. I stayed there with Octavia, the miller, in exchange for doing chores for her. She had this small wooden hut. Since the war, I feel like I'm shaping the world almost with these answering this line. I don't remember what I said last time. You explain that while the place is still called the bad part of the city, boar head makes good coin selling beer and ale to students, mercenaries, and adventure. The whole land may turn wild one day, you quote one of the local traders, but Blackwood Corner would stay the same. She sighs a relief, puts her left arm on her hip. Comforting, don't you think? There are these places, these dark corners, where you can always find what you expect, living there. Though that sounds awful, and always was, she chuckles. I bet the thugs of my youth were no longer around, so I wouldn't count on them giving me a free pass. But I wish I could have a chance to drink a mug or two with the innkeeper once more. The old lady was always too good to stay in that muck. You've just woken up? Oh, that's nice. I hope you have a good start to your weekend then. It's a bit early, this one. Well, technically it's morning everywhere right now, which is very interesting. That's getting straight to the point. I saw a weird tree. That's probably to do with these guys. I was in a ruined village south from here. Her tense glaze shifts into an awkward click of her tongue as she leans away from you. I don't even want to think about their tragic fate. No one could negotiate with the wrath of the herds. A long pause. I better not. Wait, the flip. I shut it down because I couldn't mute myself. Let me go get it back. I'm the guilty party. I forcefully quit, but everything's fine now. I'll just leave the screen up a bit longer. Everything's fine. There's no need to worry. Just gonna wait until it loads up. And again, I'm gonna try to get it on here. Oh, it refuses. Okay. You weren't kidding when you said short stream? No, I'm still here. I'm still here. It's okay. I had to go check something. Ow. Something fell over. Oh. It's okay. We're still here. Dear, oh dear. Oh my word. Okay, it's loaded up again. I'll chuck you guys into the void. There we go. Oh dear, oh dear. I need to get the hotkeys all set up, I think, to help swap displays. It'd be easier. But that's for another day. I don't have time right now, so. Undead unknown. What is this on here? Go away. Undead are known by many names, such as the Awakened, the Hollow, or the Empty Ones. I can press continue because I quick saved. And we're back. See, nothing is hurt, nothing is damaged. It's all completely fine. Okay. She's... Okay, I was halfway through reading this, so... No one can negotiate with the wrath of the herds. A long pause. I am better not find you upsetting our neighbours with these sad questions. It was a challenging time for us all, a wound we will not forget. Strange tree. She straightens up, raises her chin. You mean the beholder, the guardian spirit of our wetlands. Every fall we bring it our gifts, and in return it provides us with blessed fruit, the flesh of the forest. She stares into your eyes. It's older than the oldest books and the oldest thoughts. The druids help us honor its sleep and show us how to ask it for help. Neither of these rituals, she scoffs, would be any use to you. You mentioned the raids on the North Village. Her eyes narrow. Are you sure? It's the first I hear about them. Galadriel has been around since years back. She's not much of a nuisance. I'm just a messenger. He's asking for you to join forces with them. Well, I can't give you my answers. I won't ask our hunters to endanger their lives in pursuit of some gossip. I shall look around and learn about this then. She sighs with relief. What a splendid idea! There are 3 villages in the north, White Marches further north by the western road, Gull Rocks by the northern coast, and the creeks in the far east. Bring me news from those places and you will get my answer. I'm paid for passing my message here from the belt. Ask me to ride for you half. I can be playful with this one. I'm paid for passing the message from here to Pelton North. You asked me to ride you through half the peninsula and back in a different deal entirely. She lets out a brief chuckle, but her eyes observe you carefully. How much are you being paid, if I ask? 2 dragons. I'll pay you for another 2. Fair? Fair. That's fine. I'm not really too much of an issue on money, so that's fine. Tell me, how do people dress in the city these days? Is it similar to what we have here? Before the war, the merchants were wearing really, really long dresses and robes. Way too long for my tastes. They got mud stains every rain. I see no reason to keep shoes completely hidden. Not anymore, there is a shortage of fabric. Most people wear tunics like in the old days. For years there's not enough hemp wool, so people have started to wear furs again. As far as I can tell, wear headgear. They're just wearing their headgear. They're just wearing their headgear, nothing else. I'm not sure, don't pay much attention to fashion, that is true. These two say there's a shortage of fabric, so that feels like it's the most true. We're knocking out the ones that don't feel true. This one's very funny though. Oh, it just feels too cheeky as well. So tunics, let's go. At last, we can hope that if the visitors arrive, we won't stand out much, she laughs, but also adjusts her dress, drawing your attention to the superb quality. And who knows, maybe our little village here is going to help those unfortunate clothers. I'm sure we can spread a couple sheets of fabric. Okay, thank you for your time. I'm pretty sure I'm good. So I stand in front of Ale. I can go to the trader. Innkeeper. Innkeeper probably give me food and rest, none of which I don't need, I believe. Oh. Where is my inventory? Okay, I found it. So I have 2 supplies. I've got $12 currently to my name. I have a fish trap which I've already used. And I'm pretty good. So we're gonna save again because I need to save more. I think we don't really have anything to trade though to the fish person. Fish person? No, to the trader. To the trader, we have nothing to trade. I leave the sky. You wander through the village. A young man is hanging out laundry, humming a melody you've never heard before. On the islets in the center of the village, an old woman is telling a group of children a story about lethal shouts of howlers. I go main square, let's leave. No, I came back here, no. How do I leave? Oh, I can travel. Wait, is it almost day? It's like 3 hours before dusk. That will take 30 minutes to get down here. Let's go to the main square again. Let's talk to the innkeeper. Even though the counter stands outdoors, it's not rotten or dirty. You guess that like other furniture, it's brought inside every night. Rex approaches you with a gentle smile and leans on its surface with his fists. He's proudly and even taller than his neighbour. He's got freckles, short grey hair, and an elegant beard. He His long wooden orange tunic has decorative cuts right under the neck and loose braids at the edges. Hello, can I help you, traveler? His accent is thick. I did a terrible job at his accent. Nothing like his wife. He stums with a heavy boot and looks round as if he's just waiting to get back to the other task. His fingers are still dry from weeding the garden. Any rumors to share? Rumors? Not really. I have my mom own things to worry about. Neighbors keep their own business. Better for everybody to seek help with my wife or the forest speakers. In a mug of ale. I don't know, he scratches his beard. There was one vagabond, but he was not from for a long time, and did not do much. A timid fella, talks loud, but is afraid of everything, especially the guards. His face is torched with flames, he has a big, and his words, and he says this word in a strange accent. Smirking. A large bird as his beast of burden. I do not know what it says, he shrugs. He went south en route, is likely gone. You say it if we're expecting travellers to get here any day now. I'll ask around, come tomorrow. I use a room. How much for it? Sure thing, he nods. My kids keep it cleaner than you can find in any city. Just tell me when you're ready. About work, so I can get work. I can get paid. If I can get paid, I can get money. Okay, we're gonna leave. I go to the local priest. You head south of the dead tree in the main square, but you get to the second hatched building. A large man stands from the bench and gets into your way. He's close to 50, taller than most people you've seen in your life, broad-shouldered, hair short, beard is brown. Matching his elegant woolen robe, a thick club is attached to his right waist with a leather strap. He left his sandals by a sitting stool. Many want to speak with our guides and teachers, he speaks with a solemn, strong voice. But you're not welcome here. Turn back, stranger. Can I know why? You can. He swings his polished, heavy weapons. You're from the outside. None cannot be trusted. The bores and slayers of the United Church would crush us if they had a chance, but we will allow you to spy on us. We need to be sure it is worth it. So be it. You wander through the village and the old fisher is walking nearby, pointing at a tiny sparkling fish he just caught. A group of laughing villagers is chasing after a runaway. I guess travel? Got like 3 hours. Go this way. The path gets greener, meadows between trenches. You ride slowly, pass by birds and axes, but in the distance you spot circling harpies. Beneath you a roaring mountain cat pursues a muffleton. You take a sip from your water skin. The air here is dry. Let's hope the echo of hooves don't reach any large beasts. It's getting late. Better look for a place to sleep. The path leads you down again to a small, moist valley, impenetrable for a rider. The thicket is made of thorny shrubs, tall grasses, and weak fallen burrows that nutritious moth and mushrooms. You examine the remains of the path covered with greenish puddles, without the roots, and with a fresh layer of pebbles. There we go, there's pebbles. It may still be restored. You look behind you. The road is clear. No ambushes so far, but... What is this? But if you hope to stay clear this place, it would be better to do so soon. It can only be denser within the passing of days. I'm afraid of getting tired. I'll get this done in half the time. If I want to, I need to work harder doing. I lost something there. Nice, I'm now even more sweaty and dirty. Your muscles not used to such tiring work, growing tired quickly, but you don't let yourself take a break. Soon you push yourself even more from annoyance than anything else. Only after you've done, you notice a torn path on your pants and sleeves, and it comes to push aside. You breathe heavy, but you only need space to let your palfrey through. Two hours. You reach a consecutive mountain path with crags smoothed out by centuries of rain and wind. The sun warms up both the vegetation and the beaten road. The only beasts you spot are loud rooks glancing at you from the rocks and branches. Clearing the rock slide would take hours of work and a large group of people, while forcing Reginald to climb up and down would break its legs. Let's go back here to Howell's, because it's almost like nighttime. You ride through the open gates and dismount quickly. There's too many people around to let Reginald run amongst them. I'm about to say run them over. So it is late. I head to the stables. You spend a few moments with Reginald before you reach the square. Somebody clears their throat. You turn towards a man in his 50s with a large hand, an elegant beard and no hair. The stable master, he introduced himself. The answer to an unspoken question. You frown, then realize you indeed saw him before. Your palfrey was nicely taken care of during your first visit to the village. Or rather, I'm the one when it's necessary. But I'd rather green flour, he says with annoyance. You do not think your beast waters itself, brings itself plunder from the storehouse, or cleans its own stuff, nay? Take time, nay, if 'tis, he points at your companion, is nigh going to work for it, you better have a pitch at hand. Look behind you, the stables are not much more than an open shed with piles of plank donkeys and a bunch of napping chickens. Will the dragon bone be enough? He nods. For a day. Aye, that's fair. He looks around and rubs his hand together. Here you go. He nods with gratitude and throws a bone into a leaky bucket hanging from a nail, then grabs a wooden pit floor. I let him work in peace. You wander through the village, an unseemly Malphus often is betting again, time and again, waiting for somebody's attention. A young man is flirting with somebody. Okay, let's go to the inn because it's getting late. It's getting dark and the inn is loud and crowded. The innkeeper lights up the rushlight. The workers drink and guards are preparing for the night's wash. watch if it wasn't for the presence of the creek and the uncanny lack of baggers, this place would feel like a Halavan marketplace. One of the tables is occupied by a dozen or so kids. None of them look older than 12. The youngest one is too dirty to resemble either a boy or girl, and is about 6. It's nice I can judge the age of others. You are surrounded by their playthings, a muffin on wheels, an elegant wooden sword, and a painted board covered with rocks. But they are bored and tired. Even though you only get a glimmers of them, the oldest girl notices your attention. She sprung to her feet and approaches you with a few skips. She's already pretty tall, dressed in a worn, sublime tunic, so long that it looks like a scarf. It would be rude to ignore her asking, yeah? She puts her hands together and puts on a grimace of playful mystery. Mr. RoadWarden, hearing such an statement makes it difficult to hide your smirk. We are here, we are there. She points at her group board. Oh, so bored. She points at the back of her hand on her forehead, letting out a deep sigh. Please, mister, tell us a story or two, for each traveler sees with a different eye. A few words sound like an echo of an old tale. Fine, make room for me, let's tell them a tale. The children gather around and ask you for a minute for them to gather their friends and siblings. After a bit of chaos, there's 20 young souls sitting closely to them. There's 20 of them, that's a lot. Okay. That's a lot, there's 20 of them. On the benches, stools, and on the ground, the redhead twins bring a blanket and lie down on. You have a shorter side of the table all to yourself. The older kids understand your lost look in an instant. They start to hush each other's, which causes an even greater amount of noise. But in the end, there are a dozen eyes staring at you with a mixture of boredom and anticipation. I tell them about Halavan, its splendors, its mysteries. If anyone has questions, I tell them what I know. It starts as a tale about without a hero turning into an hour-long conversation. Almost all of the children, as well as a few of the adults, have questions. From the vague, like what do the city folk eat, or what are the books, to the oddly specific, how big is a ship? Are there plants in gardens in the street? Do people smile a lot? You grow a bit tired. The parents tell their kids to prepare for bedtime. You also stand up, and the girl that had previously talked with you thanks you for your time. It's my pleasure. I walk away to task. You're at the front. I approach innkeeper. Approaches the counter, welcomes you with a wide smile. I ask for sleep. I'm gonna go to sleep. It's night time now. Okay, so this gives me, there's a lot of noise outside. You can sense a heavy, unpleasant smell coming from the cauldron. At least the fire is nice. You cover yourself with your blanket. You're hungry. Is that like minus? Does that take away 1? That takes away 2. I think that's a minus, and then this is a plus. This adds 1. And then I forgot what this does again. What does this do? I forgot what it does. Hold on. The star appearance. I don't care too much about appearance. I do care about that. Your first sleep ends, but your usually 1 hour break is instantly disturbed by noise. You stand up, walk to the window, and see the reason for the commotion. A group of workers is just outside the inn, drinking and laughing. The innkeeper is among them. You could join them. If you do so, you won't get a good night's sleep. After such a long day, you might end up exhausted. You just want to rest. During your time in Halavan, you learn how to ignore drunken crowds. You could relax and return to your routine. It's warm here, but the Malfra skin allows your back to rest a bit. You wake up a couple of times during the night. The smell of cooked steam fills your hunger. Cooked stew. Bothers. It's too late for this. And the staff return to the rooms once every hour to stir the pot. You wake up early, but leaving the building to check on Reginald and give it water from the creek. The innkeeper is sitting near the door from time to time, carrying out another plate of stew or gruel. Thos is nowhere to be seen. He smiles widely. I have not eaten food. I'm hungry. Do you have any rations? I keep them in the hall. Smoked mutton, sack of dried nuts, biscuits. We eat fresh here and paid with work. Coins are not worth much. When he thinks his lips moves as well. Let's say 1 ring for enough food to fill you for days. In Halavan, the kind of prices you would buy you 3, even 4, twice as much food. If you're in mood of spending, we also have something special. Give me a moment. He goes upstairs and returns with a small wooden box and a long leather shear. It's a teeth set. You're afraid of what he's going to show you. When he opens up the box, you realize he's meant teeth cleaning. See, he points at the 3 different compartments: salt, cloves, and mint. You mix whatever you want here. The 4th holds only a small pastel made of polished stones, and here are the twigs you need. They last for months. Seeing you not convinced, he takes a deep breath. Well, we do not let outsiders bath on our creeks, but give me 2 dragons and I'll ask my kids to get you into shape. You'll get a tub with soap and rose oil, so they'd wash your clothes in the water. I'd cook you something nice. I'll cook you something nice as much as you can eat. Doing rations first. I don't really need a cleaning set. Bath and dinner. In an hour you'll get as much food as you can eat. 2 filling meals which won't spoil anytime soon. I like that. I'm fine with being dirty. I bought some more food rations. Very much so. Ask for Tony. She's usually at the creek just outside of the southern gate doing laundry. She wants to find herself a husband. Pardon? Oh, that's... Thanks. I'm not gonna... Yeah, no thanks. We're leaving. I'm gonna leave. Well, let's go back to here, because I'm not going next to that lady. Okay, we go back to the rock slide. So I dismount and have a look around. You climb up the rocks, having plenty of spaces to rest your hands. Most of them don't move even an inch. As you get closer to the small dead tree, you notice something odd amongst the rocks. Pieces of old fabric, completely covered with mold. Most likely the remains of a tunic. All I can do now is turn back. So somebody's buried under here. That's very interesting. Let's go this way. We can go down there. Let's go up here. The road is beaten and free of litter. You notice paths between the fruit-bearing trees on your right. Soon after that, you ride amongst the vast fields, broad beans, almost ready for the second harvest of the summer. Then there are green hemp plants, taller than you are, waiting for a scythe or sickle. The locals keep the beasts at distance, I guess. Or something else is keeping them at distance. Conspiracy theories. Regionals' hooves thud loudly on the beaten tracks. The green bushes, shrubs, and trees prove that the soil here is fertile, yet the plants don't overgrow the road. The crossroad must be busy at times, maybe even patrolled. In the distant west you see mountains peaking, dividing the lower lands from the ocean. The road east leads towards hills, behind which there are unusually dark trees. There's a dense forest in the north, from which you can hear the echo creaks of toads. The last path is already known to you. You're surrounded by 4 signposts, all of which seem to have been made from the same type of wood, now covered in moss and fungi. Yet the pictures and letters covered have nothing alike. So I'm going to go north. It is attached with nails made of pointy curved bones and divided into 3 segments with small engravings. The part on the left has 3 large squares with roof-like lines hanging above them. No other pictures or words. The one in the middle has 1 square, but also a simpler horizontal symbol of a fish, a short word beneath it which you don't recognize. Yeah, those hemp plants, yeah. To be fair though, it's becoming more common nowadays to see them around, so it's not too much of a big deal, just as long as you're careful around it. Oh my word, okay. Gonna save again. The image on the right has 2 roof squares, but also 2 other images which you easily recognize: a standing barrel and a deer. I searched the area. The thicket doesn't help. You notice the remains of berries and pears, but most of them are already rotting, spreading close to the wooden stools at the side of the road. The nearby creek is not impressed deep, but the beaver dam, for some reason, taller than you are. It makes it wide and the waters surround the soil. A few steps away from the southern signpost you find something sticking out of a shrub. It's a moist plank, covered by fungi. You try to move it with a stick and a gloved hand. After a minute or so you confirm it's an abandoned road sign, covered with green letters and colourful pictures of flowers and trees. I tried to find out where did the old road sign was attached to. The south post is the only one with holes left by nails. Interesting. Take another look. It's covered with green letters and colourful pictures of flowers and trees, now blending into mould. As far as you can tell, it used to be attached to the south signpost. So what's on that now? The south signpost is covered with green, blue, and white paint. The prt3 simple squares with roof-like lines hanging above them. Each square has a large letter inside it. You don't recognize them. Nevertheless, pictures are not too old. There are no other words nor markings. The planks are attached with a set of wooden welders. Here it is. I clicked on you, Wade. Oh dear. Let me get up. Hold on. Let's see, we go down. That's okay. Okay. Sorry about that. Had to go check on something. Let's see, I've read that now, so let's look at eastern one, because I believe we also have to go there. The long plank's attached with rusted iron nails. It's almost empty. It bears no name, only a simple picture, painted with great care. Betrays a city-like gate, with a watchtower to its left and right, and a couple of small coffers growing beside and partially behind the towers. What about the west? There are 2 blanks attached to a single post, both of them nailed with rusty screws. The lower sign is divided into 2 halves. The left edge is engraved with 4 simple shapes, squares like roof-like lines hanging above them. Squares with roof-like lines hanging above them. The other edge bears 2 engraved piles, one of them made of horizontal rectangles, the other intact circles. You don't recognize the letters between these piles. The upper plate is covered with 2 short words drawn in white paint, and right below them an engraved vertical rectangle with an hourglass inside of it. I'm gonna guess that's where the person in the forest lives. Let's see if I can't travel. Let's see, where is this at? That is south, down that way, so north is up this way. I'm terrible with, now is the best time I can tell you guys, I am very bad with direction. Don't trust me with my south, east, west, and north. I will get them wrong. I'm very bad. I will get everybody lost in my party. It's fine. Oh dear. Dear, dear. I don't think I can catch a break. Dear, dear. Well, this night is ending up to be wrapped up of adventures. So, we went north, supposedly. I don't know. if we went north or not. I'm guesstimating we're down. Some parts of the road lead uphill, some downhill. The forest lush but not too dark. The few foraging deers, boars keep their distance. The birds are disinterested in your presence, singing cheerfully and trimming their feathers. Sounds of an ongoing hunt reaches you from the east, but none of the nearby creatures seem to be bothered. I'm glad I didn't go to the east. Once you go further north, I went north, let's go. I did go north. Oof. That's great. The colourful meadow reveals tall hills on the other side of the stream, but the road leads through a valley. It's a gentle plum of smoke coming from one of the mountains in the west. So something in the west. Doesn't look like a place on fire. Maybe there's a settlement in the mountains. The road leads to a gentle creek filled with the buzzing of bees, mosquitoes, grunts. You don't spot any creatures amongst the tall meadows, tree branches, or rocky slopes. Seeing the sharpness of dark voided wings, Reginald snorts. You're currently on the southern bank. Take some time, better wrap myself. Is it snowing up here? Look for a different route. The path is barely squeezed between the hills. There's no sign of a settlement or game trails. The grasses are too tall and dense to allow you to ride safely through the wilderness. You wouldn't reach the other side of the bank without entering the swamp. I ride with a blazing torch. You move through the creek, get on your feet and unpack the tinder box, the wooden stove and set of rags, as well as the oil. You assemble a torch. You sit down on the ground preparing the flint and linen char cloth. Decades ago, before the southern invasion, people used fire starters made of thick steel, but all you have is a cube like a piece of harsh iron. It's not ideal, but it's enough for a good couple of sparks. Holding the fire, you go back in the saddle. You swing your weapon left and right. There isn't much smoke as you expected. I put it to the test. Why did I lose heart? I'm very good at keeping myself fed and appearance-wise and everything else. Once you get closer to the fort, countless creatures beset you, filling your eyes, mouth and nose, hitting you like a squashy blaze hail. You ride forwards blindly, instantly forgetting about your preparations, trying to get out of here as fast as you can, but the insects are sticking with you for much longer than the smoke. It takes a few minutes for you to escape. The red marks on your skin start to burn. You get down to put the torch by rubbing it against the beaten track. Reginald swings his tail aggressively as it's giving you a reapproached look, pinning its eyes on its head. Unless you find an easier way to protect yourself, the insects will slow you down. Well, it didn't help much. I think I went to a different path. Most of the time, you're surrounded by yellow meadows. The trees on your left get sparser, with a few lonely branches on your right, still bearing the signs of tapping, marks with knife cuts tied with cords. Some of them carry wooden vessels as they were simply abandoned, maybe last spring, maybe before that. A few of the trees already dried out. The wind manages to knock them down. As you get closer to the crossroads, the ground gets muddy. The beaten path avoids the wetlands as much as it can. The screeches and hisses mix with the buzzing of insects as you reach a small pond. There is a sign of blood on its banks. The air is moist and heavy with a hint of rotting meat. North, south, east, west, out to directions, boxes. No, I'm terrible. I can lead you through a maze. I'm really good at finding the exit to mazes, but I can't lead you to where you want to go if you just give me like compass directions. I will end you guys up running in circles or completely lost. Might still be early, but it's best to avoid the bogs when night approaches. Some places rarely have fine roads. The trees and bushes are sparse here, growing from barren grasslands. Some of them bear late summer fruits. A group of wayfarers is spread amongst broken signposts and abandoned cart. They are skinny but healthy and are standing upright. They're wearing humble, dimmed garbisons on top of their hemp tunics and pants, all of them worn, in some cases undyed, while others are dark green or brown. 4 of these individuals wear cloaks and are armed with spears, bows, stone maces. On their necks, waists, and belts you see small talismans, fangs, bones, wooden ball beads, leather straps. There's also a 5th figure standing a bit in the back with the lower shoulders. Unlike the others, they're hooded in such a manner that you doubt they can see anything other than their boots. Their clothes are shabby, torn, but your eyes mostly run to their club, a brought as long as its owner, its tail as thick as a leg. Resting with one end on the ground, you get closer. The person raises the weapon with one hand, but the other travelers gestures them to stop. They do so right away, freezing in place. I stay in the saddle just in case. I can only do one thing. The man behind the gesture does not approach you, just nods. Safe travels, stranger. Time may be time before the eve fall. The bogs aren't safe. Better keep moving. You'll find an inn. You try to discuss his thick accent, his broad shoulders with a large belly, but the scars on his face sculpture an image of somebody who has earned their share of food with many skirmishes. He doesn't reach for his weapon and pushes one of his companions closer to the cart. She kneels by an empty box and looks inside. The man observes you with curiosity. Oh, no, they might find weird, playful. Let's do playful again. Nice place for a camp. There is a bit smelly though. It gives you a piece of look. Insults me. Stupid talk. No soul makes a fire here. Ain't it not so bad the air means the wood breeze grow? Would be a bad year without the smells. He looks at his companions, who simply shrug and spend to take a look at the cart, all but one with the boat, who doesn't move an inch. I have no time to loaf and no patience to bother. You need something, be quick. What's up with this one? He smiles, but you notice the others keep keenly observing you. Nothing is up. They're keeping us safe. You must feel hot under so many clothes. Don't worry about it. See, they don't. Suspicious. Okay. I'm leaving. He steps aside. His companions are giving you harsh looks. The one with the brooch remains silent, still like a statue, and we ride past them. Weird. I'm pretty sure they are highway folk. Oh, I did cross that. I did cross the fjord. Let's go straight. They said there's an inn coming up soon, so I might stay at that. Now it's been an hour. We leave the wastelands behind. The pebble road runs through the hillsides with tall grass rocks facing above you. The dark lush trees below. The chunks of this path were shaped by humans' tools. Who knows how many centuries ago? To widen it, the builders dug through the uneven boulders and used rock slugs to fill up the cavities with thousands of rocks. What the? And save again. Save twice for good luck. To widen it was used with rock slugs to fill up the cavities with thousands of rocks, each one smaller than your fist. While you have a great view of what is happening between the trees, on your right, bushes, shrubs grow so densely between them you can hardly imagine entering these woods on your own. Further south there's plumes of smoke. Something's been raided. A settlement, most likely. At the top of the hill you reach a stone wall, a peaceful place with no smoke coming from behind it. You look inside and see the glimpse of a peaceful ruin. While the main road is beaten and easy for hoods to trot, the destroyed gates and remains of the front yard have almost been reclaimed by the short grass. You seek any suspicious movements, but the place seems to be free of inhabitants larger than a falcon. The air is fresh and the wind shakes below the trees. I enter. The hamlet could be a hunter's shelter, a military outpost, or even a storehouse for traders, but you spot no fresh human trails. The damaged door and gates are years old, soggy and mouldy, and are judged by the squirrels, birds, and animals' feces you see in the grass. This place is but a part of the wilderness. The roof collapsed only a few years back, turning into food or mushrooms. The outer walls look generations old, but it used to be maintained. Some of its materials came from different places and times. I go behind the building. The chaos sparks right after you approach the tree stump. The dusk foxes growl, sound like a mix of obnoxious birds and an infant. One of the animals stands only a few feet away from you, jumping and showcasing its tiny sharp paws like a raccoon on its little forehead. The animal, with its thick brownish grey fur, seems more studded than any red fox. Excuse me. Red fox looks like a red fox. Maybe they don't in this world though. Maybe it looks like something different. Would be interesting. The loud noise creature jumps onto a table made of a half trunk. Unlike the first one, it was bright golden fur. It blends one of its four limbs, observing you with dark eyes, not furious, nor scared, rather sad and protective. It growls, turns into a miserable whine. The beasts are not even waist high, but their numbers could be an issue. There's yet you guys hear that? It feels banging. I heard that. The beasts aren't even waist high, but there's another sound coming from behind you, even more from the bushes nearby. Step away and try to count them. You take a quick glance and evade the creature in front of you as it tries to bite your leg, but you can feel the bite on your calf. The third fox is standing right behind you. When it's loud, it's almost lumbering about, not trying to hold your you in place. The noises from the bushes behind you belong to little pups, most likely harmless, though they are doing their best to imitate their guardians. You take a step back. No time to wait. I knock one of them as quickly as I can. You dash forward, but not as quick as the fox jumps away. Using the shelter of the larger brown mushrooms, you try to reach for your boot, but the golden creature catches your forearm with its teeth. Unable to pierce through, its weight makes you lose focus, giving enough time for the third opponent to reach you. Still, you do manage to avoid its bite and scaring it away as you swing your leg. The animal moves away in a panic. The dusk fox spreads. The two pups keep their distance, piercing your ears with their yapping. Their protectors triumphantly growl at you, warning you to withdraw. Shall I fight foxes or not fight foxes? The issue is if I run away, I leave my back open, so they can technically still attack me. So, I might risk it. I'm barely standing, so I might run away then, because I'm barely standing. My heart's on 1 health. Great, okay, I'll try and run away. So I'm dying over here. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. You pass the weaker fox and run towards your belongings, encouraging the beast to chase you all the way to the gate as they growl with determination. For now they stay in the shelter, filled with pride. You and Reginald take a few steps away. Won't let me close the building. I need to get rid of them. This place is already abandoned, so I'll let the foxes stay. They aren't a threat anymore. Are you sure you want to leave this place to its fate? The dusk fox observe you as you climb up the saddle. They growl and walk in circles. One of the pups knocks down their sibling, starting a play fight. Can I eat food? Is that allowed? How do I eat food? Somebody let me know how you eat food. Can I eat? Because I'm hungry. Oh yes, I can eat. I think that did it. Yes. Okay. And we travel away again. I was off to a great start. I've almost died. You squeeze between the hills and forests. The only large beast you spot is a single siren, basking on a boulder, lazily observing you from a safe distance. Your ears catch the howls coming from the north, long and loud. As you keep an eye on the rock ledge, you almost miss the drastic shift in landscape, the forest turning into a lake, and a few plants growing next to the road, mostly bearing fruit. The road is not as reliable here as it was in the hills. Parts of it are still muddy, and puddles disturb your ride. Maybe your locals will maintain it before it gets swallowed by the lake. The deep, loud yells of the howl are piercing your ears, concealing any other sounds in the area. They're sitting on branches and in the tall grass, not really trying to hide. Their black, thick, and golden fur covers their entire shells, aside from the charcoal black faces with roundish flat noses and wide nostrils. The younger members of the pack are about the size of your mount's head, but the larger ones could be at chest height if it wasn't for the fact that they walk on all fours. Their long tails are almost like an additional arm. That's very interesting. A very interesting image. helping them with climbing, hanging from branches, and holding food while they eat. They aren't particularly muscular, but when they form their pink lips into the shape of a cup to release their howls, their mouths are so wide that you could fit an entire arm inside. As you listen to the shouts, you reach for your head. You feel a weird itch, but somehow you can't scratch it. The whitish raw hide covers the grass like a blanket, surrounding the paw prints. The howlers don't wait for you to approach it. One of the larger group jumps on the ground, leaning on its hands and challenging you with a glaze. It has rather blunt teeth. Let's grab it and run. You stretch out your legs, then dash ahead. At first, the monkeys move away with a few inconsistent yells. But then those above start to howl even deeper than before. You feel as if your guts are starting to move, hitting against each other. You get dizzy. The sound of the pain enters your skull as you're getting hit with the smith's hammer. Time and time again, yet you manage to stay calm and focus on your goal. The large creatures try to cut your path, but being on the ground, they can't run up with your legs. They can't keep up with your legs. Without stopping, you grab the raw hide, then carry on, waiting for the few heartbeats before you charge rapidly, now getting closer to Reginald. By the time you reach the saddle, the beasts have already abandoned their pursuit. You take a few deep breaths and inspect the raw hide. The wet, torn cloth is now worth as much as a bread crust. Still, it's not rotten, and if the owner is around, they might recognize it. We travel somewhere, because I can't do anything else. The lakeside is filled with chirps of crickets, as well as the roaring of beasts from the northern hills. Further down the road you see tall yellow grass, interwoven with flowers, bumblebees, while the peaceful water shines as much as the wings of a dragonfly. The road is often travelled, and the clatter of hooves carries far. Thanks to the vast fields of view, creatures hiding in the meadow are likely to run on an animal, or unlikely to jump on an animal as large as Reginald. In the distance, you see a palmfrade and a large building setting on the site of a crossroad. Once you get closer, you hear conversation from behind the wall. Two men are arguing as if they really just had a horse. Let's ask us the directions. Reginald carries you towards the open gate on his own, welcoming the opportunity to rest by pushing out a little air loudly through its nostrils. A wooden pen wouldn't offer much space for a horse, but it'd be enough for grazing and a nap. As you dismount, two men get up from their front stairs. Their cleanly shaven faces reveal that they're in their early 20s. The first one is taller than you, broad-shouldered, wears light brown pants and a dark jacket. Both of them are made of leather with an inviting smile. He gets up and moves to the open enclosure. His steps are heavy and slow, but every moment is marked with care, ensuring he won't knock anything or anyone. The second looks different from his colleagues as the sun from the moon. He's unusually short and wears a heavy cloak made of black fur, so large it can cover his entire shell. He opens the door of the building, hides his hands, and peeks into the room. Foggy! His voice is shrill and uncertain. A messenger came. I take off some of my bundles, let my horse rest. A hanging barrel swings in the wind. Oh, this is the hanging barrel. We found the hanging barrel. Let's go. So I'm like semi falling asleep right now. That's fine. Everything's fine. A hanging barrel swings in the wind, marking this place as an inn or a tavern. The building resembles a merchant's house from Halloween. Whitewashed and with oil elegant wooden beams, the fragile walls are high enough to avoid floods and snow, but you have no doubt that a troll or even a peddler could break them easily. The wall is short and hardly any sport. There's no walkway for the crossbowmen, hardly enough room for even a makeshift helmet. Yet it's the open heart that makes you uncertain. Aside from fishing, any creature, aquatic or not, could just walk into the yard. Undisturbed, the path is covered with paw prints and claw marks. Better not leave Reginald outside during the night. All this talking. A black and white bird sweeps into the water, then flaps its wings and takes off with a silver, twitching creature in its talons. The large man clears his throat. Ah! What have we here? Coming from afar, my friend. Are there any horses in howlers? His voice is stern, close to a shout. I'm not shouting. Oh well. You vaguely recognize his accent as one found at the city's harbour. Quite far, kind Reginald came from Halloween. Yes, drove far indeed. You can't see it from here. Tired. That's pretty playful. He puts his hand on his forehead and pretends to look out for something over the lake. But do you see well enough? The city hides your voice. A long way you had. You hear heavy footprints. A woman shows up in the doorway and looks at you from the top of the stairs. She's even more towering and stoic than a son, than the man who just welcomes you. So that's her son, okay. With a massive chest and a pear-shaped face with a particular prominent chin, her movements are composed and confident. She may be older than 50, with a mixture of grey and brown black hair. She has only one arm, the left one, notably muscular, with a hand so large it could likely chop off Reginald's head with a single strike, or crush yours like a berry. Crushes yours like a berry, though the slip of her robe, made of creamy wool fur, you spot her trunk-like legs. She runs her eyes over your blade, armor, and mount. Her lips form something of a smile, distorted by the scar that runs through her mouth. The tall guy looks looks like a lot. He spreads his arms, forming a chain between you and her. Meet Foggy, my friend, Marley. Ryder has come to us from Halavan, such a long way. His voice powerful turns timid, and he keeps turning his head from left to right and back. I bet you're hungry, eh? The woman looks at him with amusement and glazes at your palfrey. If you're after food, I hope you know how to hunt. The lands here is barren for us, but a feast boars, squirrels, and sparrows. She vaguely stretches out her only hand. What brings you to Foggy Lake Lobe? Just stopping by. Her voice is hoarse, just like that of a traveller who spent many autumn nights in the cold tents, yet a hint of motherly concern. You won't find any other shelter in this part of Dragonwood, especially not in the creek. She scratches her broad chin with her sausage-like fingers. You drink. I smile in good company. I shake my head. I make a loud around my hands together. I wouldn't tear. I wouldn't dare pass up the opportunity. Her brief, powerful laugh is enough to scare away the few birds above. Across the lake, your mount lets out a fearful snort. You have to visit Creeks, darling. They would love you there. Come, share a story with me in a mug. Without waiting for your response, she walks inside. The tall man takes a deep breath. Go ahead. We'll take care of your horse. He encourages you with a glance gesture, and by that he means we won't do anything with it, adds the man in black. Whenever his sketchy words follow the deep voice of a companion. He sounds like a brat. We won't be feeding or washing beasts that aren't going in a stew, but we'll keep an eye on it. They find a good spot to rest, and the side of a boat and a stool near the walls. Without another word, I go inside. These guys are hunters and foragers. That's a big list of games he posted. Yes, I remember that. Yeah, it's a really big one. Unfortunately, I doubt I'll be able to get through all of them, sadly. Red Dead Redemption 2 was on it. Any interest in that one? There is a bit, but it would be far off in the future, unfortunately. So, think 2 years from now, approximately. Just due to the hardware limitations, I think, right now. Otherwise, everything else is all good with it. But I am interested in checking out that one. I've heard a lot of good and interesting things about it, so I think it would be nice to have a look and check it out. I believe there are a few on that list kind of like that, same situation, like a bit stuck. I'd still like to check them out, right? But yeah, it is a very big list. And I've added more to it since then, so that's always fun. See you in 2 years. Maybe. Have you done Red Dead Redemption number 1 or number 2? What are your thoughts on the series or the game? Because I know Kim attempted to play it, and I know JWoww will attempt to play it eventually. They've done 1 episode, but they haven't continued it. Have you attempted to play Red Dead Redemption number 1 or 2? The narrow segmented windows shatter, letting in a lot of light without letting the beasts inside. The air is humid but carries not a hint of poultry. The heels of Foggy's boots make her steps thunder, even though the planks don't creak. Make yourself at home, she says without looking at you, heading to the trapdoor in the corner. I'll grab you a little something. Your eyes catches screeches of hunting birds and the wind leaking through the windows. Other than that, the room is quiet. The room is crammed with stuff. The bear pelts on the ground would make a nice resting spot, but the place doesn't look like a real home. No chests, cabinets, clothes, tools, toys, or for simple crafts that would fill the time during the rainy evenings. Living with so many windows in the winter would be a struggle. One could clear this place in a morning and move everything worthy into a single wagon. The only thing of exception are the cauldrons made of pricey steel and the hanging heads of insect-like monsters. The eyes are dull, seemed intact. It's mostly armored. Head tells a long story of survival through scratches and cuts. You climb up the simple ladder and reach the attic. It smells like a haystack. The floor is covered with animal furs, bags, and cloths. There's a soul sitting in a corner, a bearded man in his 20s. He has only the right hand, though unlike the innkeeper, he keeps the rest of his arm. But his sleepy eyes observe you without a word. After he greets you with a nod, he starts to put on his boots. Dear, dear. Both of them, I think they're pretty good. You can find the main story, or you can follow the main story, or completely ignore it. Yeah, that's what I like about it. How you can either... It's got a lot of end world or story content there. It's been good. I'm aware though the story itself, it's not a lot of people are interested in that sort of stuff, so might wait for a sale, might get it on sale and try it out. Dear. It's not very good. Okay, you take a glance at the blood on the table, the scattered yellow feathers and a bowl of guts and talons. You find yourself a clean stool. Boggy shows up soon, holding 2 cups in her hands, a bottle in her fingers and a cloth under her shoulders. She puts everything on a stool, wipes the table clean. Forgive the mess, just part of the job, she explains without a hint of apology. I'd rather dress birds in the yard, but the blood lures the beasts. Sometimes the city folk from the creek brings us meals, but we don't need to take care of ourselves. She throws the bloody cloths into the bucket, making a splash, then sits down on a stool, making it look like it was made for a doll. She raised her eyebrow, very interesting how it got over there, elbow on the table and looks you in the eye. Her voice is warm yet intrusive. So, who am I dealing with? I introduce myself. The bottle removes its seal seamlessly by itself. The wax floats in the air briefly, then lands on the table gently. Without a word, she pours a thick liquid into the cup with her only hand, but doesn't offer you your drink yet. Okay. I am falling asleep, so I might end it there. I'm ending it early. Sorry, Wade. As much as I'd like to keep talking, I'm going to be talking all today. Later on, and if I do this for 3 hours, I know I'm going to fall asleep, which will be very unfortunate. So, I'm gonna stop it here. Gonna make sure I save, because I forgot to do that. And yeah. I'll stop it here. Thank you for coming and chatting though, even though it was just for a little bit. Roughly an hour and a half now. It was very nice to see you again. I hope I can see you later with Kim's stream, or JWA's, depending who's doing it today/tonight. Yes, thank you for stopping in. It's always nice to talk to you. Otherwise I end up talking to myself, which is, it's still really nice, but it's nice to talk to somebody. But I better let you go. Thank you for the like as well, by the way. I better let you go. There will be maybe a longer stream next week. Maybe. I say good night, but it's morning. It's goodbye. Oh, YouTube's annoying. Bye. Okay. I'm going to roughly figure out how I leave everything and go to the main menu. I have a character sheet. I have to check that out next time. I didn't even know. This is going great. It's fine. Everything's perfectly fine. Oh dear. Five views for the stream. Thank you guys. Yep, we've gone for an hour and just over 30 minutes because I started early because I was trying to figure out YouTube. I will see you guys for the next one, and we'll just continue our journey for however long it takes, and hopefully I don't die, because that would be sad and tragic. Have a good night. It's morning now. But thank you, Wade. You have a good day, and I will see you either at sometime during this week in Kim's stream or somewhere else. Either way. Okay. I'm gonna end now before I continue talking into the void again. There we go.